Well, this is all going quite well so far. This is a new endeavor for me, and you guys have been great with your responses. I've had so many personal messages from you, and I appreciate the donations you've been making. Uh, yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want now. It's weird saying that. I never thought I would do something like this, but yeah, so if you subscribe, then even if you're not on Facebook, you know, you'll get your notification about the new workouts. I'm trying to put out 4 to 5 a week. If I can do more, I will. Some of them are workouts, some of them are mobility, so just look at the title, because some of them I'm just doing mobility. It's not a huge workout. The last 2, I think, are forearms and feet, and an all-body mobility, but they're still great for you at this time, because we're just so much more sedative inside our houses, where we want to or not, especially north of the border here in Canada. It's snowing today, so everybody's inside this gray day. Do this. It gets oxygen into your brain and into your body. I know, I say it every video, but it's important. It's our lifeline. So today will be mostly chest and back. We're going to go back and forth between those two. Auxiliary work in the shoulders and triceps, of course, but our focus is going to be chest and back together today. All you'll need is a chair. I'm trying not to use my gym gear because most people probably don't have any gym gear. I will use this for one exercise, chest flies, but I'll show you people at home how to do it without this bench. If you have the big water bottles, we're looking for a bit extra weight today. We want to go a bit heavy. And if you don't have the water bottles, if you have these grocery bags, you can fill them up with canned goods or anything like that. A big bag of rice would work as well. Just grab it like you're grabbing somebody by the collar for any of the rows or anything like that. Okay, so use whatever tools you have. There's really no excuse. I'm in this little cleared out spot in my basement. It's not a very fancy place, as you can see, but there's no excuse not to keep the body running as well as possible. So we're going to start with some deep breathing. And when I'm doing this deep breathing, I'm not just opening here and coming back down. Okay, so we're going to interlock our fingers, push them up above, and as we're using our chest and back mostly, I'm really trying to get the ebb and flow of my rib cage in the front and the back, right? It comes all the way around our body. I'm trying to feel it and its elasticity as much as possible. Okay, we want all of this to be working when we're contracting chest or back. We don't want it to be too stiff. Okay, so we're going to interlock our fingers, push it up above our head. Take a deep breath and just arch your thoracic spine, your middle back basically, a little bit. Look up towards the ceiling, take another deep breath, fill it up even deeper. Wiggle your way up there, start to open up the abdominal cavity in the chest and the back. Lean back just a little bit more if you can. And let the arms come down. From that same cross-legged position, we're just going to get about a 45, or like the letter A, between our hands and our hips, and I'm going to take a deep breath before I twist to open my chest. Okay, and now I'm going to brace myself here on the knee, and just a very gentle twist. I'm not trying to do any massive stretching here. I'm just getting my body a bit lubricated before we use it for any kind of resistance. Exhale, bring it back. If you get a little pop or adjustment in your lower back, totally embrace that. This is a pretty safe position. I'm using maybe like 30% of my strength for the maximum amount of torque here. Take another deep breath. One more time. Widen the rib cage. Get a little more twist. Come back to center. Lastly, we're just going to open up our lower back by crawling forward a little bit. Let the neck roll around. Just open it all up a little bit. Crawl the hands forward. You can see I'm using my fingertips. Crawl them forward. Take a deep breath. Pull the rib cage forward. Excellent. All right, we're going to start with the opposite of a dead bug, which we did, I think, 4 of these episodes ago. So I'm getting into a nice 90. If you can get yourself a mirror, it's always handy. It's always good to be able to see your form. I'll be using it even when I do it. Sometimes how it feels and how it looks are 2 different things. So when we're doing these, I'm not reaching up forward like this, okay? I'm trying to open up my scapula as much as I can, and then open my rib cage and my intercostals and reach through the hand. It's not a loose hand. It's open. I'm trying to reach as long as I possibly can. And when I get my body in its longest position, then I contract it. So it's basically an isometric, but I'm trying to use my breath work to expand my body. And then when I find my maximal distance with that, I contract and try to get my muscles to hold it in that position. And I've found this very beneficial for aesthetics and for functionality. You know, like the body's meant to be expanded and contracted. Not everything we do with resistance tends to kind of close us in. I'm trying to open us up a little bit before we do that. So from this 90, I'm going to point my toe. I'm going to reach through it. And my last tip here is don't let your hips skew for balance, because now you've decommissioned your core, if you want to call it that, or at least your abs. I want the hips square to the ground. Stomach's working, hamstring and glute are working, and I've pointed my toe and I'm reaching through my foot as well. I'm trying to create as much distance between my middle finger and my heel as possible. Open up here. Take as deep a breath as you can and get long. And on the exhale, pull the stomach up to the spine. Okay, so again, so you can see what's happening in my abdominal cavity and my rib cage. Open up with the breath. Pull the abs up. Get longer. Pull the abs up. Hold. 3, 2, longer, 1. Relax, come back in. Okay, same protocol on the other side. 3 deep breaths, getting as long as you can, contracting. We're going to hold the last one for a long 5-second count. Reach to the hand, open the fingers, point the toe, square the hips to the floor, pull your nose through your face to neutralize your neck. 3 deep breaths, go. Get longer, pull the stomach up. Point the toes harder, get longer. Another breath. One more time, get as long as you can, reach through it. Pull the stomach up. Hold. 3, 2, bring it back down. Okay, so the next one, we're going to open to the side. Most of you probably haven't done this movement before. This is one of my own crafting. Again, my hips stay facing towards the ground. So when you see my leg come up this high, I have a lot of hip mobility. Okay, I'm not warmed up and I can almost do the splits. So my hip mobility is very good. So when I'm opening that up, I'm doing that by flexing the side of my glute. I'm not breaking my hip to do it. I'm flexing the side of the glute to pull it up. So I can feel all of this tensing up to pull that femur up into that angle. The hand is open wide and the pinky is coming directly out from the shoulder. It's not back here. It's straight out from the shoulder with the thumb pointed down towards the ground. And again, I'm trying to reach through it. We're going to do the same thing. 3 deep breaths with a 5-second hold. On exhale, once again, I'm trying to pull this in and up towards the spine, stabilizing the lower back, having my lower back, my sacrum, my psoas, and my abdominal cavity all starting to vibrate and talk to one another and get familiar with one another, because they're going to be what we rely upon for the rest of this day. All right, open the hand, bring it straight up from the pinky. Slowly bring the knee up as high as you can, pull the toes back, and take the deep breath in the chest and pull the stomach up to the spine. Pull it up. Pull the knee up higher, flex the glute harder, open the hand wider. Again. Flex it harder, one more deep breath. Pull the stomach up, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly come back down. So for those of you who haven't done it before, that should be quite an interesting feeling. You should feel your lats, the whole abdominal cavity, your rear delts, everything should be firing pretty hard here. Shouldn't be easy work, you should be sweating a bit, getting warm. Alright, other side, open up, get tall, 3 deep breaths, pull the stomach up, again, pull the stomach up, one more, get longer, pull it up, 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly come back down. So if you find that when you do those, it's agitating your wrist because you have weak wrists, you can push up from your fist. It's going to take a lot of the pressure off that angle of the wrist. So you can also be doing this like so, or even here. Okay, so if you got a bad wrist, a shattered wrist, anything like that, you can support yourself that way too, it's fine. I like the fingers because it develops finger strength. Okay, before we go into our actual resistance of chest, which will be a variety of different push-ups and whatnot, and rows, we're going to use this chair, and get our hamstrings and glute to work a little bit, because they're integral to the back functioning properly, in my opinion. These are all my opinions. I'm not a doctor, so no prescription. Heels driving down into the chair. This leg is flexed hard, okay? My leg is flexed here, it's not loose. So it's flexed, and I'm not pushing with my back to push myself up. I'm dragging my heel into the bench, flexing my hamstring in the longest position it can to push my hips up, okay? So flex the leg, fingertips in the ground, slowly up at count of 5, 4, drive the heel into the chair, 2, 1, as high as you can, flex the glutes and hamstrings and hold. Hold, take a deep breath, down and up 10 times, slow and controlled, no momentum, here we go. 10, drive the heel into the bench, flex the glute. 9, 8, pull the toes back, leg is flexed. 7, 6, up. 5, flex the glute harder. 4, flex, pull the toes back. 3, up. 2, up. Hold for 5, 4, 3, drive the heel into the bench, and slowly relax back down. You should feel hamstring and glute quite strongly there. We're going to switch sides. Same thing, 5 seconds up. 4, 3, drive the heel into the chair, pull the toes back, flex the glute hard. Open the toes, pull them back, flex here harder, push it up a little bit higher. 10 reps. 10. Up, this leg is flexed. 9. Up. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Flex harder. 1. Up as high as you can. Hold. 5. 4. Flex here harder. 3. 2. Good. Come back down. Drive the heels in. And we're going to bring our elbows up in the direction of our knees just to warm up. Anterior chain now. We just did posterior. Again, I'm not pulling on my neck here. If you are going to support your neck, let your head rest in your hands. Don't pull on your neck. This is what's doing the work to bring my rib cage up. I'm not pulling it with my hands. Stop doing that. It's terrible for you. And you're not working what you want to work. Okay, so drive the heels down. Again, my hamstrings are still flexed here. Lower back's in the ground. Left and right here. We're going to go a set of 20. 20. Shoulders never come back to the ground once we start. 19. Pull the heels down into the chair hard. 17. Pull the toes back. 16. Keep the stomach low. 15. 14. Drive the heels into the bench. 13. If you can't complete all the reps, that's fine. It's something to work up towards. 10. Do as many as you can. You can always take a rest and join us when you can again. 9. 8. Toes pull back. Heels driving into the chair harder. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3, a little higher. 2, push the heels harder into the chair. Last one. 1. Okay, good. Grab a drink if you have it. I'm going to grab a drink so I don't get too parched. Okay. We're going to start with close grip push-ups here. And a chair is actually almost better than a bench for this, because especially to take the pressure off my wrists, I'm not going to push into it here. I'm going to literally grab this bench like I'm grabbing, I don't know, a steering wheel maybe, I guess, for lack of a better example. And I'm going to get into a pretty hard plank here. My body's not arched down here. My hips are up, my stomach is tight. If that's too hard for you, go from the knees, keep the elbows tight, and push up here, okay? Like so. If you do cross your knees, I don't want you to cross the legs like so. As soon as you do that, your lower back disconnects and it's inevitably going to arch at the sacrum and the lower back. We don't want that. So keep the knees squeezing tight so your lower abs are nice and tight around your hips. Everything's nice and tight and engaged. And we're going to use triceps and the chest about 50-50 for this. Starting from the top, if you're here, we're going to start with a deep breath, widen the back, pull the stomach up, get into a plank. We're going to come slowly down. 4, 3, 2, hold right here. Inch off this chair, hold, squeeze the chest, pull the shoulders down a little bit, a nice grip. 5 seconds back up rather, 5, 4, nice and controlled, slow. 2, 1, squeeze the chest here, squeeze it, squeeze the chair. Again, 5, 4, slow. 3, 2, tight stomach. Hold an inch off the chair. Chest is about an inch off the chair, I guess about an inch and a half. I'm lying. Squeeze up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 regular reps, but we're still going slow and controlled. 5. Pause. Squeeze. Pause. Stomach's tight. 3. Grip the chair. 2, 1. 5 seconds down. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. 4, 3, 2, 5 seconds up. 5, 4, slow. 3, 2, 1. Last 5 reps. 5, slow. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Good. Excellent. From there, we're going to sit on the chair. I'm going to use some kettlebells that are 15 pounds, which isn't a ton of weight. You don't need to have a ton of weight for this. If you have your grocery bags, then fill your grocery bags with enough cans that you can do 10 to 15 reps here. We're going to do 12. So I'm going to drive down with my heels, take a deep breath here, get my stomach out of the way, and lean forward so that my legs are actually supporting the weight of my torso a bit. My lower back's not doing all the work. And my angle here is not out to the side right now. It's coming up. And the pinky is a little bit higher than the index finger. I'm reaching up and out to the side. So if I was to face camera, I'm coming out here and back down. So you're going to feel the tricep inserting into the rear delt, and you should feel the rear delt coming into the trap and the rhomboids and all the muscles that control that shoulder blade. I'm not just throwing up like this. I'm going slowly and trying to open my scapula, my shoulder blade, as much as I can. This is where I'm flexing to and coming back down. Grab your resistance, take a deep breath. Nice and strong form, and actually no, we'll do a set of 15 here. Okay, here we go. 15. Slow. 14. Flex at the top. 13. 12. 11. 10. Open the back. 9. 8. 7. Keep the neck neutral, don't look up. 6. 5. Flex harder. 4. Grip the floor with your feet. 3. Stomach's tight. 2. Last one. 1. Good. Put them away. Back onto our back. We're going to do another set of the crossover sit-ups, but this time we're going to squeeze our knees together, engaging our lower abs and our pelvis a bit more. So my aiming is just to the other side of the knee. Here we go. 20. 18, squeeze the knees harder. 17, pull the toes back hard. 16. 14. Breathe. Get your rhythms down. 12. Exhale. 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 10.
9, squeeze the knees harder, pull the toes back harder. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, get through it as much as you can. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Up to our feet. Not wasting too much time. We're going to grab that the stool, the chair, the bench, whatever you're using. Nice strong grip. Deep breath. Feet are even and together. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Squeeze the elbows in. Use your chest, triceps. 5, up. 4, 3, 2, 1. 7 reps. 7. Control as low as you can. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 and 5. 5, 3, 2. Hold. Tighten up your stomach. Squeeze the knees together. 5 up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last 7 reps. 7. Get as many as you can. Take a break if you need. 5, 4. Chest opens, chest closes. 3. Squeeze the chest. 2, 1. Good. Onto the edge of the bench. Same resistance as we had before. If you found it too easy, go up. If you found it too hard, go down. Another set of 15. Should be a bit harder second set. Deep breath. Lean forward, grab your resistance. Out to 45. 15. Whew. Nice grip on the weight. Grip it with all your fingers. 12. 11. 10. 9. No throwing the weight. No momentum. 7. Flex. 6. Try to pause at the top. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Good. Put it down. Very nice. Grab the chair. Off to the side. I'm going to go for a heavier resistance now. And I'm going to get another drink. You should do the same. Make sure you stay hydrated. Okay. We're going to use our heavier resistance. For me, it's 45 pounds, which is a 5-gallon container full of water is 45 pounds. Doesn't matter what your weight is, but you do want it to be a little bit heavy. We're going to do shrugs here. And I'm going to do my first set with my back to the camera. I don't push off my feet completely even because of my injury, so my shoulders move slightly differently. You should be trying to go as symmetrical as possible. Whew. But I'm going to take my shirt off, but only because I want you to see how my shoulder blades and my back are moving here. So that you can try to, it's easier to, we don't ever get to see our back work. So a lot of people have a hard time controlling it properly. I want you to see it so mentally you can see what you should be trying to flex to move your shoulder blades here. So first thing is gripping the floor pretty evenly with your feet. And then nice grip here. Get tall. Let the shoulders drop and lean forward just a little bit. Now watch my shoulder blades here. Back down. 15. 15. 14. Nice and slow. Full range of motion. 13. 12. 11. Rotate the shoulders, flex the whole upper back and traps. Rear delts as well. 10. 9. Look down at the floor. Curl your upper back just a little bit. 7. 6. 5, flex your glutes. 4, 3, 2, hold the last one. 5, 4, higher. 3, 2, good. Put it down. All right. So the next set, I will face the camera, and you can see what's happening from the front of the body. Next, we're going to go into some tricep push-ups off the ground. So it's going to work our triceps, but we're also trying not to use our triceps too much. You have control with your mind of what you want to flex. I'm trying to flex my lower center chest here a little bit more to push my body up from this position. Again, you can go from your knees, but keep them together, don't cross. I'm grabbing just wider than a diamond between my fingers, thus the name diamond push-ups. And I'm getting my shoulders right over it. My elbows come down to my side, and I'm squeezing my chest as much as I can on the way up. Triceps will work, don't worry about it. If you can go from a push-up position, that's great. And we'll just do a set of 10 here. Nice tight body, here we go. 10, slow. Pause. 8, 7, tight stomach. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. If you find going from your knees is still too tough, if you can get your chair braced upon something so it doesn't slide, you can also do them up here, squeezing through. Okay, that's if you really can't do them from your knees though. Another set of shrugs here. Grab your resistance. Strong grip with the feet. They're not too wide here. We want our shoulders nice and even. Take a deep breath. Look down a little bit. 15. 14. 13. 12. Rotate your shoulder blades. The whole back comes up. 11. 10. I think I maybe gave one for free. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Up and hold. 5. 4. 3. Higher. 2. Put them down. Okay, for the sake of time, I'm only doing 2 sets here, which is fine. If you wanted to add an extra set of each of these, doing 3 or 4 sets, there's nothing wrong with that. One more set of tricep push-ups, diamond push-ups, whichever you want to call it. Nice strong body. I'll do them to the camera so you can see the motion from here. Here we go. 9. Stomach's tight. Glutes are flexed. No shoulders. Triceps and chest. 7. 6. 5. Look at the ground, not the wall. 4. Keep the neck neutral. 3. 2. 1. Good. Let's stretch out a little bit. Alright, one more set of push-ups and rows. So we're going to grab the chair again. I'm getting another drink. Again, if you have a bench and some good amount of weights, if you're one of the lucky ones that has a little bit of home gym, go ahead and use that. I'm just doing this so there's not really anybody that doesn't have this minimal amount of gear at home. So I'm going to grab one of these. We're going to do 1 arm rows. And once again, front knee is bent a little bit, hips are square. I'm driving down through here. My stomach's tight, my back is flat. I'm not here, I'm certainly not here. It's a nice lunge, strong back. And I'm not pulling up here like this. I'm trying to pull my wrist to my hip And I'm trying to do that by pulling everything back. I'm not keeping the shoulder forward. I'm pulling back with everything, opening that body, flexing my entire lat. Okay, set of 15 here. 15, 14, 13, 12, full range. 10, 9, 8, stomach's tight. 7, strong stance. 6, 5, 4, stretch. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. I can't get my heel back on the back leg of this leg, but you should be able to. Front leg's bent. Here we go. Strong stomach. 15. 15. 11. Slow. 10. The elbow comes up past the back. 9. 8. 7. Make sure you're breathing. 6. Flat back. 5. Shoulder comes back. 4. 3. Try not to use momentum. 2. 1. Okay. Catch your breath for a minute. Now, for the advanced guys, we're going to go feet on the chair, incline push-ups. That's too hard for some of you. You should be hovering like I am. If that's too hard for some of you, you're just going to do regular flat push-ups on the ground. But when you do them, you're going to try to flex the upper chest a bit more as you push through your fingers. For the rest of us that can, we're going to do incline push-ups off our chair. Nice strong stance here, and I'm really trying to get into the shelf right here, these clavicular chest muscles up here. I'm trying to flex through the chest and the front delt. All right, a nice set of 12 here. 12, up, up, 10, slow, up, knees together, feet together. 8, squeeze the upper chest. 7, squeeze the upper chest. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, up. Okay. Get in position for rows again. Again, I'm just going to do 2 sets today, so the video doesn't go on forever. But doing 3 sets would be best. I just want to make sure we get a little bit of flexibility in today as well. But you can pause this video and do another set, and then restart it when you're done, and we'll still be on the same page. 15 here. 15. 14. 13. 12. Flat back, tight stomach. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. Control. 3. Pull the shoulder back. 2. 1. Switch sides. 15. 14. 13. 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Put 'em away. Catch your breath for a second. A few deep breaths. Slow the heart rate down, get the oxygen in. Expand the lungs. One more. Set of incline push-ups. 15. Up. 14. 13, 12, slow. Pause. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, flex the glutes, keep the stomach tight. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Oh, excellent work. Like I said, you can do another set there if you want. Don't need the chair anymore. Grab another drink. Okay. So, it's always good to do a bit of stretching after we finish any workout, really. So we're going to start with a pretzel. If you don't have the mobility to get into this position, straighten the bottom leg and pull the leg over here. If you can, you do the figure 4 like this. It's best. So I don't typically go right into it. I think I get a lot more out of that if I warm it up first by opening to the opposite side. So I'm gripping with my foot and I'm pushing down pretty hard. Okay, there's a good amount of tension in that leg. And I'm going to open my chest to the floor here like a push-up. So I'm opening my shoulder and chest and my lower back. Deep breath, come down. And I'm going to take another deep breath to bring my chest this way. Exhale, get more twist. Stretch the chest and shoulder and lower back. All the way down if you can. Use the vantage point of that mirror to see the other side. Now I'm going to come up and go to the opposite. Now I do have a protocol for this. And again, there's a reason behind it. My elbow is on top of my knee to open my shoulder girdle. And this hand's not thoughtless either. I'm going to supinate it and roll it forward. Watch what happens to my shoulders there. Versus this. As soon as you rotate that open, your shoulder girdle has to open up. Now I'm going to take a deep breath to bring my chest up. And now I'm going to twist. Another deep breath here. Exhale. A little bit more. Back to center. Switch sides. Okay, again, pushing down through this heel. Make sure I'm still in frame. Open up the chest straight out from the hips. Feeling a stretch through here. Coming down. Grip with that front foot. Take a deep breath, bring the chest forward. Come up to the top. I'll go from center. That's probably good. Elbow comes on top. This hand supinates. Take a deep breath. Now twist. Another deep breath here. Twist again. Back to front. We're going to do a pancake, and this is difficult for a lot of people because they can't get in this position from poor hip mobility without the back doing this, so you can't get much out of it. If that's the problem for you, if you can get any kind of little box, even a box of cans like beans or whatever, put a pad on it. If you can sit up here a bit, you'll be able to get into this pancake. Okay. I have quite a bit of mobility. I have a background in martial arts, gymnastics, and dance, so I've always been quite flexible. The important thing is when you're out here, your feet aren't here, they're not loose, they're controlled and pulled back. I'm pushing through my hamstrings enough to be able to control my weight. Okay, I want control here. The knees aren't bent, they're down. So if this is as much as you can open your legs, that's where you're working from, okay? But if you can, open up. Get tall. Left hand back, right hand forward, take another deep breath. Exhale and give a bit of a twist. Now from this position, we're going to come down to the leg. Take a deep breath. Chest comes forward. I'm not coming down here. I'm coming forward and reaching across my body. So now I'm opening my lat, my obliques, my hamstrings. Deep breath, reach more. Bring the chest forward. A little bit more. Very slowly, we're going to walk across the range of motion with the flat back that we have in front of us. Feel all the different degrees of the lower back and the groin and how they talk to one another. Come to the other side. Up to the top. Take a deep breath here. Left hand forward, right hand back. Get a twist. Pull the toes back, drive the heels into the ground. A little more distance forward if you can. Chest comes down. Reach across the body. Deep breath. Open this. Exhale. Again. One more time. And now we're going to walk our way back to the other side. As far forward as we can. Open the groin, open the hamstrings. Keep the back as flat as you can. Back up to the top. From here we're going to cross our legs, take your time with it. And now we're just going to open the chest a little bit and we'll be finished. Okay? Interlock the fingers again. Push them up above, decompress here. One more time, a little taller. Don't go back behind anymore, taller. And now open the hands and reach up for the ceiling and go as wide as you can. Make as much space from the center of your body outwards as you can. Stop out from the shoulders here. Take a deep breath. Widen the chest. Pull the hands behind you as much as you can. In an open position, reach through the fingers. They're not loose. Open them up, reach through them. Again, another deep breath. Open the chest. And get to the rear position like so. Take a deep breath, open the chest. Exhale. Let it come back. Again. To the front, onto our stomach. Legs open about 30 degrees, toes pointed. Hands under the chest. Take a deep breath here. And keep your pelvis on the ground and try to think about bringing the front of your rib cage up to the ceiling here. Push the pelvis down into the ground, flex the glutes. Take a deep breath and pull the front of the rib cage to the ceiling. One more time. Slowly come back down into child's pose. Let the knees come out. Let the lower back have a rest. Back down to the ground. I'm going to open up my hand, my right hand, and I'm going to scorpion while I do it. So I'm opening my lower back and my chest at the same time. Reach through the fingers, grip the floor, open the hips, point the toe. My bench is in the way. Should be lower back and chest both getting a nice stretch there. And I'll come the other way so you can see as well. Come out of that. Hands open nice and wide. Reach through it. It's long. Brace yourself on the ground. Point the toe. Open the lower back and the chest. And I'm slightly higher than my shoulder. Just a few degrees. One more deep breath. Widen the chest. Back to center. Alright guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Again, you can add sets, you can add weight. This is just a good guideline of a push-pull workout we could do. I like to end every workout with 3 deep breaths. Each exhale I'm trying to let go of something that's irritating me, which when you're holed up like this and it starts snowing again in April, it's hard not to be a little frustrated. So let's take those nice 3 deep breaths. And again, this is not a deep breath. Take your time with it. Start here. Slowly exhale. Let go. Again. Drop your shoulders, relax your neck, get tired, get deeper in the breath. Exhale slow. Last one, fill it up here as much as you can. Breathe your shoulders off your body. Slowly let go of it. Let the chin come down to the chest. Roll to the left. Roll to the right. Don't forget to subscribe if you like it, and have a great day.
great night, whatever it is for you. It's hard to tell when there's no sunshine ever. Take care.